you both are former teams, Ipswich Town. That's where you started off, of course. They're all down, mate. I mean, there's 12 points.
You know what?
That was a huge game against Wolves.
Yeah, it was huge. You know what? It hurt them that West Ham lost to Wolves on the day before they beat Bournemouth. That hurt because it was still 9 points, and I just felt that if they would have beaten Wolves, it'd still have been a miracle. But you know what? At least they've had a go this season.
Have they?
Ipswich have been the best out of the three. They've had a go. They've been beaten convincingly by Liverpool, Man City, and they lost convincingly against West Ham. But they've always been in the games.
Yeah, but
that record you've just said about Leicester today,
it's remarkable.
8th of December was their last goal at home, and that was a 2-2 draw against Brighton. 8th of December. That's 4 months. Their support in the Premier League, they've not seen a goal.
I mean, look, if you really want to be brutal about this, the teams that have come up have been pretty pathetic. Okay, Ipswich, I'm going to give them a little bit of an easy ride because 2 years ago they were playing in
League One.
In League One, right? And the meteoric rise that they had, in some ways, they probably were way ahead of schedule. But of course, you're going to take it. You know, you're going to take getting promoted with millions it's worth. Yeah. And you know, there have been games they've had a go, but largely the teams that have come up, mate, have been as Gabby was saying, miles off it.
I say that in terms of Ipswich, exactly what you said. They're way ahead of schedule. They're probably 2 or 3 years ahead of schedule. If it's inevitable they go down this season, Ipswich Town, and they can come back next season, which I think they will, and then they do this again. That's when they need to be criticised massively. Like Leicester and Southampton have.
Yeah, I mean, Leicester and Southampton, they've got really no excuse because they have had seasons in the Premier League. They are an experienced side. Ipswich haven't been there, but was it 25 years?
Yeah, long time.
Ridiculous like that.
Anyway,
how are you?
I'm good. I've been okay. I was at that Ipswich game. I was doing that.
Mate, I mean, to take the lead and lose it the way they did, that's
25 points now. 25 points they've dropped from winning positions this season. So
it's a brutal league, the Premier League.
The golf in quality, it surprised me. I'm not going to lie. I thought Ipswich would have done a lot better. And I did say the end of last season, that wasn't just because I worked for Ipswich and it wasn't that my connection with Ipswich. I'd watched them and I felt that they had an opportunity to stay in the division. They've surprised me how they haven't handled it as much as they have. I think the changes they've made is a lot. I think it was the first time this season against Wolves that they hadn't changed the starting 11. First time this season. They used more players in the starting 11 than anyone. That doesn't help. That doesn't help consistency. No. But you're right, 25 points dropped from winning positions. It's not great. I look at the table now, Jace. Brighton in 9th, 47 points. Yeah. The bottom 3 combined, 47 points. Everyone above Brighton in 9th has more points than the bottom 3 combined. Yeah. I think
it's been poor, matey.
What was it normally? It was normally 40 points to stay in the Prem.
Well, that was it. 38 to 40 was like
could be 27, 28 this season. I mean, Wolves are staying up on 32, but it could have been 28.
Let me get your thoughts on the Premier League, okay? We're going to get the lines in a second. I said this a couple of weeks. I called it the Premier League.
You were the first to say it.
I felt that the league was not of the standard that I've seen in the past. You know, where's Wayne Rooney? Where's your Scholes?
Yep.
Beckham.
Yep.
Gerrard, Lampard, Hazards. Where are these players?
The off-the-cuff
Where
players.
are they? Where are these players?
Payet. Zaha.
Well, who's? So I said, Isaac and Salah have been the best two. All right, people will talk to me about Gibbs White. Fair enough. He's had a good season and he will be in amongst them. But there's no... Where's the genuine world-class quality that this Premier League has had? And I think that this season has been a real eye-opener. Liverpool have absolutely walked this league, and there's been no pressure. They've embarrassed the rest of the Premier League. Arsenal are the closest to them. I mean, okay, Liverpool lost yesterday. Arsenal picked up a draw at the weekend. They gained a point on them, but it's over.
It's 11 points. It's 12 points with goal difference.
Yeah, 12 points with goal difference, okay? But the bottom 3, it's over. The only really interesting thing is who's going to finish in the top 4 or 5, because the top 5 probably is going to get Champions League football. Newcastle occupy that spot. Manchester City, they're not the same team, are they, by any stretch of the imagination? Villa, they're in the hunt. I think it's probably a bit too much. There's a lot of traffic in front of them, but you never, ever
I'll tell you who's finishing top 4 now.
Go on.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle.
Yeah,
that's top 4.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
And I say that because you look at Chelsea, made a few changes, got the draw. I think Enzo Maresca's sole ambition is Europa Conference. I think it shouldn't be
both. It's got to be both.
He knows he's not going to be there next season at Chelsea. Wow. He's not going to be there next season.
Oh, I don't know about that, mate.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know about what.
I think. I don't think he's going to be there next season, and I think he doesn't care what position Chelsea finish in the league. Don't care. But if he walks away with a Europa Conference,
I think he'll be there next season.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. Well, they've got the Club World Cup, right? So unless they're going to sack him after that, and then they have to employ a new manager between the end of the Club World Cup and the new season.
I don't think he's a Chelsea manager. I don't think he set the league alight this season. I don't think Leicester fans were too keen on him as well. I think he could be gone. So I just think he's so...
He will start Chelsea manager next season. He might not last the season, but he will start
you could be right.
because the Club World
I just
Cup.
think he's going to concentrate on the Europa Conference. He'll want to win that. Foreign managers like European competitions. No, don't matter what they are.
I'm sorry, but Chelsea's team should be able to get past Legia Warsaw over 2 legs, all right?
Chelsea's B team should.
Well, it has been. But Chelsea's B team has been.
He's added the players back into the squad, so you know that's his priority. Well, he's added Palmer back into the squad.
He's got to win it, right? And no one's going to... everyone expects Chelsea to win it. We're in a no-win situation.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.